What's it say, sweetheart?
I like my men. What is it? Fictional, gay, and morally gray.
Yeah, that is how she likes her man.
It is. It is. Unapologetically, might I add. But, I mean, it's a nice coaster.
Mm-hmm.
ASMR that.
From the other thing you got.
And then the other thing I wanted was a mouse pad. I gotta move my mouse off of it.
And that's not available. I just made that for her.
Sorry, not sorry.
I don't know what that means, sweetheart.
I don't think I need to.
Is that backwards in
Not that I know of.
Read what it says.
Volunteer therapist. Follow me to the hysterical how do you say that?
Paroxysm.
Paroxysm Clinic. Discover the magic of a gentle massage. I like it. It looks really good on camera.
It does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so not mad at it. Obviously. So yes. In my defense, I had gone and picked out my items, and I had actually walked all the way around Michael's before I found you. So I think that was a you and not a me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Ooh, something I can hear. Interesting. Okay. So now, should we get into the book?
Certainly.
Certainly.
I just wanted to show them your mouse pad.
Because it looks so good.
Oh, you seem to be proud of it.
I am pretty proud of it. It looks really good. And it showed up really well on camera, so that's nice. But, Psycho Shifters. This is book 1 of the Cruel Shifterverse. I've got to yawn. Anytime I pour myself a cup of tea, I'm going to start yawning because my body's like, it's time to relax. That's how you know.
I'll have to get a course banquet.
Do it. If you're going to do it now.
I think I am going to, actually.
You can't handle me without...
No, it's not that. It's just I went there and got one the other day because Warren only drinks Coors Banquet. That's not true. He'll drink whatever's on sale.
Yeah.
But if he had his choice, it would be Coors Banquet. And he refuses to admit that he got it from Cobra Kai. Nobody drank Coors Banquet before Cobra Kai came out. Now everybody's drinking Coors Banquet. Usually it was like Coors Light.
Yeah.
Or something that wasn't Coors. Coors wasn't really a big beer. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is super good.
Yeah, it's
but it's
pretty
not like
popular.
Bud Light or anything like that, you know?
No, piss water. Still piss water regardless.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But it's been sitting outside. It might be frozen, actually. Might be frozen solid.
Damn it. Go try. Yeah.
I'll go check. You start in on this stuff, and I'll go see if my beer's frozen outside and busted.
You want me to get started? You want me to wait? You don't want to talk about some of these points?
You can. I'll catch up. I'll catch up. It's only take a second.
Okay. Have fun. Oh, I'm looking rough. Looking rough. Looking tired. Whew. It's almost like I got a ton of kids that wear me out. Okay. So, the way I did this was anything I thought was interesting or cool or was like, oh hell no, that kind of got a verbal reaction out of me is when I put a tab down. When I tabbed up this book, I had actually already read it and I knew that I wanted to cover it, so I went ahead and like kind of skimmed through it. I didn't fully reread it again. When I did the second one, which is actually up here, I have not read the third one yet. Oh, he's already back. I did read this one while I tabbed it. So some of them are a lot more sparse. Some of, because hindsight's always 20/20. Are they frozen? No, they're good. They're just ice cold.
Oh, yeah. Just ice cold.
Almost like we have a.
It's meant to be.
We need a. What is it? What is it called? A mini fridge down here.
No.
He says no. We'll compromise, and we'll end up getting one.
Oh, that's so cold.
Anyway. So, I don't know if this struck me because it's been so cold outside, but this was something I think painted a good photo, a mental image of the environment. The brutal cold didn't smack us in the face and steal our breath like normal. Instead, snow flurries drifted lazily from the partially blue sky. It was a glorious summer day and probably the warmest of the year. I'm sorry. That's crazy. Can you imagine just living somewhere where the warmest it is when it's snowing?
Wisconsin.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, thank you. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Moving on. We're following Sadie as a small child. She's what, 10?
I don't know.
Kind of.
I didn't commit it to memory.
She's wee little.
Okay.
She's just a small child. But the one thing that Jasmine Moss does do very well, she does a lot of world building. And so the beginning of this book, you're seeing the world from a 10
She doesn't do a lot of world building.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't.
I think she does.
She does minimal world building.
No, she does not.
Yeah, she does some. Well, I think you're just used to reading books that do absolutely no world building.
Oh, but back this up. Keep hitting it. No, I think she
minimal
does.
world building.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill.
What's the name of the town she lives in?
I don't know. It's in here.
Is it?
It is, actually. Wait, I think there's a map at the beginning of this book. There isn't. There's a map in the other one.
It's minimal world building.
Did you put him in his kennel?
Yep, sure did.
Okay.
But yeah, usually these romance books, they try to focus on people and not places. So usually it's like they have a vague description of somebody. Usually you get who they are, or who their parents were, and then where they grew up and what they do for a living. That's about the extent. The rest of it's personality. That's it. You don't ever hear about any side characters or any interactions with any other people unless they're part of the story, unless they're actually interacting with them. Like you don't hear about like.
You don't hear about that in any books regardless.
That's not
Yes, it absolutely is.
No, it's not.
Okay, name one book.
Any other book.
No, you have none in mind.
What are you talking about?
Meaning, every book is like that. They don't bother mentioning.
Dresden Files. He talks about his whole freaking childhood and all this other crap. Another book. I keep dropping.
But that's just background story.
They've got like just freaking everybody's ancestry back to the dawn of time. Wheel of Time. They just have another really twisted book. It's pretty good. Blade itself. It's a pretty good book. It's a fancy book. Ish. Any of those books, they've got there's a ton of books where the people just like, and the group next to so and so who had a pig farm and these pigs always got out and shit in my yard and blah 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 bullshit. They just got backstory on people, and these romance books, they don't do that crap because they've got to fill up that backstory time with social interaction and smut. Otherwise, the book would be this thick. Sometimes it's that thick anyway, just full smut.
You're halfway right, but I don't completely agree with you. I don't.
Well, it's better not agreeing with me at all, which is what you did at the very beginning.
That's true. You did.
Let's move on to the next. We got a lot of tabs to burn through. So.
You are uninterested in my tabs.
Your book pinata.
Yeah, my book pinata. But I think it's good to mention that this this is a Omega series. I can't ever. I get on here and I start yawning. I cannot be yawning.
Omega.
The Alpha, Beta,
Reverse
Omega.
smut.
Yep. And it's done in a way that I've never really read before, actually, where the shifters are all different creatures, but still mating each other. Do you know what I'm saying?
They're not all werewolves.
They're not all werewolves, which is usually what it is. Or like whatever kind of creature you
Which is
want
cool.
to. It is cool.
It gives him like the Pokemon vibe. She's got to catch them all.
Okay, you're not wrong there either. Anyway. So, what do you think about Dick? The character. The guy that was supposed to be like, took her in.
He's low-hanging fruit.
You think so?
Yeah, it's all...
It wasn't just plot device?
It was a little bit on the nose, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was.
She shouldn't have done that. That was distracting. She should have named him something else. Something else that was sounded menacing. But she just straight up, she's like, what am I going to call this guy? Well, he's a dick. Oh, I know what I'll call him.
Dick. Richard!
What do I think about him? He's just like, he's one of those characters inserted into a smut book to hate. The main characters probably go back to him at some point and kill him in a torturous way, because that's what they do when somebody abuses a female in these books.
I think he's dead.
He's already dead? He wasn't dead when she left.
But he's dead. I think he dies in this book. And she doesn't kill him.
He doesn't die in that book. Nah.
You're right.
Somebody else dies in that book.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Does he die in the next book? Maybe she's saving him for later. Does he come up in the second book at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're waiting to save him.
That was my fault. I was mixing the two books.
Yeah.
Because I have read the book.
But it's just like she plays everything bad that ever happened to her on this Dick guy.
No, she does not.
Kind of does.
No, she doesn't.
What are you talking about? Everything bad that happened to her up at the point where she left, it was this Dick guy was responsible for it.
He was responsible. I mean, because he was literally her master in a master servitude kind of bullshit. So, I mean, as a small child getting whipped all the time, yeah, he would be the reason why any bad thing happens to her. Because all he does is whip her.
She got whipped a lot.
Yeah, she did. A lot. Obviously, by all the scars.
Oh, it seemed like a lot to me. It seemed like
It's-
a little bit much.
It's like he was mad at her and was grooming her sister.
Mad at her for what?
I don't know.
That's what I'd like to know. That's another thing. Why was Dick like that? Why was he like that?
I don't know. It never gets into it.
Yeah, exactly. It never gets into it. He was just abusive for no reason.
It's like abuse, but also some kind of like weird not abuse to her little sister with no rhyme or reason as to why one and not the other.
Oh, throw me a bone, man. A couple sentences. Funny to understand why this guy is the way he is. Yeah, just these fix this shit all the time. Oh, he's a piece of shit. Why? Why was he a piece of shit?
What happened to you?
Where did he come from? What caused him to be like that? Is he a psychopath? If so, just throw it out there, you know? We don't know why he was like that. When he was a child, he used to twist kittens' heads around backwards.
Oh,
He
God.
was just born weird like that. And even if he offered me that, I'd be like, oh, okay. Something.
Just some kind of brain
Something
chemistry
other
not
than the
firing
fact
as
that
we
he's
should be.
just a sack of shit for no reason.
I feel like some people, though, in real life are just sacks of shit for no reason. Or
No,
like,
nobody in life is a sack of shit for no reason. Nobody is. Everybody has a reason for being the way they are.
Okay.
And I feel like Dick deserved at least a couple of sentences describing why he was jealous of alphas and or something, or he something horrible happened to him in the war, or somebody betrayed him, and for some reason he was misogynistic.
I would wonder, with what I know after finishing the second book, if it doesn't come up again in the third book and actually give a reason as to why.
Too late.
You think so?
Too late.
Beating a dead horse at that point.
No, it's not really beating a dead horse. It's just like, by the time you get to the third book, I don't give a fuck about Dick anymore. I don't care about him anymore. You've wasted chapter after chapter after chapter making you hate this Dick guy for some obscure reason. Nobody knows what it is. Why he's like that.
You know what? I didn't even hate him. I was just kind of like, this is going to be her tragic backstory.
I refuse to have any freaking emotional attachment to it at all. Because she didn't give me a reason to be.
No.
She's, as far as I'm concerned, Dick was a plot device, and that's all he was. And if you don't give me some backstory on a dude as to why he is the way he is, or why he's acting the way he's acting, or anything like that, he's a plot device. He is put there to punish. And that's the way I think of it now.
I'm more interested in the cloaked figure that took her to the lake to test her blood.
You're more interested in that?
Than Dick. I was more interested in because it was just like a blip.
Did you ever figure out who that was? I don't remember. No. Might have been Dick.
It's not Dick. Because remember, the guy shoots Dick.
Shoots Dick? Did he shoot Dick?
He shot at him.
Oh.
But she wasn't sure if he died or not.
Dick didn't. If she wasn't sure if he died, he didn't.
Didn't die. Gotta leave that.
Women like to kill people in front of people, so you know.
Viciously. So there's no
question.
question.
Don't know if he died, he's not dead.
He's not dead yet.
No.
Very much
alive. I'm
alive.
not dealing with the dog. He can bark all he wants. He thinks he's got his train now, and I'm not having it.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway, that's my opinion, and that's gonna be. You don't have to ask moving forward what my opinion is on a loathsome character with no backstory. That's gonna be it. I'm not gonna waste any attention on them.
I think it was more of...
She needed somebody to scar this Sadie chick. She needed somebody to make her imperfect in some way for her to be self-conscious about. And Dick was the way she did it. That's it. He's a plot device.
Okay. I'll give you that.
It would have been more interesting if she had 2 or 3 different reasons why she was like that.
But she doesn't. No,
She
it's
does
all
not.
just...
No,
it's all
she
just...
spent the first half of her life in hibernation somewhere being abused so that she'll turn out a certain way, just like she did in Blood of Hercules. She just spent somewhere in a trailer park being abused for half her life so that she'd turn out a certain way.
But if you remember in Blood of Hercules, it ended up being...
Yeah, you know what? That was probably some criticism she got.
You think so?
And then in Blood of Hercules, she took care of it. She started to fuck it up. It wasn't Blood of Hercules. I think it was Bonds that finally explained
Where it came out in the second one.
where all that crap was coming from. And you know what? I appreciate that she covered the information, but I don't give a fuck about what's going on in book 1 while I'm reading book 2. I just don't. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my personal opinion on it. But I'm never like, there's never any aha moments for me in book 2. That ship has sailed, dude. You missed your chance to explain shit to me about book 2.
I kind of feel differently about that though, because it's like...
Because it's a series?
Because it's a series, yeah. You complete book 1, and then there has to be things left unfinished for you to want to read book 2.
By the time I get to book 2, I don't give a fuck about book 1 anymore. I don't care.
Maybe you just don't like ongoing series and you prefer standalones.
That's not true. I read Dresden. Or I did. Or stopped reading Dresden. I think I haven't read the last book or 2 of Dresden. But I'll read series. I enjoy series. But I just feel like if you're gonna wait until later to give some information about a topic, give a little something, something.
Well, but
give a little something, something to allude to the fact that you might do it.
Here's the thing that makes me think there's more than what we seem about Dick, and it's because
there's more to Dick than we see.
There's a lot more Dick than we know.
He's a grower, not a shower. I feel you, Dick.
More ways than one. Oh shoot! It's gray sweatband season. So they go and test her blood. She comes out as an alpha, which is unheard of in her realm, right? And then it says, before I could do anything, Dick grabbed my arm, yanked me back. You've done it now, whore. So he knows something. He's got to know something. You don't think so? You think he's just pissed off at the fact that she just wasn't always going to be worthless?
I mean, fine, whatever, but have a little more finesse. Oh, that's bad writing. She didn't waste any time on that character. She didn't waste any time on it. She's the only thing he does is abuse, and the only thing he says is regurgitate hate. And he's a target. That's all he is. I'm just not buying it. Sorry. Make him more of a villain. If you're gonna cast him as a villain, make him a villain.
Make it a little bit more aggressive.
I think that a lot of these books don't do that. Not to a point where I could appreciate it. They this last book we read, the Arnold Saints.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a great example, but it was an example of a villain that you can get behind and a villain you cannot.
Okay.
There was that was pretty decent that she even bothered to do that. But I mean, every interaction that she has with this Dick guy is stereotypical abuse. He had no depth of character at all. He wasn't nice to her sometimes, and then horrible to her at other times. That would have been more interesting. That would have been more psychological. It would have been more fun to read, and it would have been a little more fucked up. She just didn't do that. It didn't do that. She would have left before then. She would have ran away before then. She took her sister with her. Nobody gets beaten all day, every day, and doesn't try to get away.
Well, his sister is how much younger than her? Couple years. So by the time, you start out the book and she's 10. By the time that they're 12 is
when did he get her?
She was a baby.
When she was a baby?
Or she would have been a toddler, because if he ended up with both of them, then she would have been a toddler.
She wouldn't have survived.
But it says that he didn't start beating her until she got older.
Why?
I don't know. That's the thing.
If he has the capability of being that way, he would have killed her before she was ever reached any kind of... If she was a toddler when he got her, she'd be dead. If he's that bad, in my opinion.
I just feel like there's something missing. Like, it's like a plot hole. Because it begs the... Like, you could easily try and explain it away, but...
I'm not even going to bother, because she didn't offer you enough information to speculate on it. That's what I'm talking about. She didn't offer you enough information about this guy to even speculate as to why he acts the way he acts. Because this chick needed scars and she needed a raspy voice, and that's how she got it. And prove me wrong, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why she made that scenario. So she could be, so her character could have these flaws.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the next thing we're going to talk about? Next tab. Tabby tab.
Next tabby tab. Has to do with when she enters the fortress. enters the fortress. So she wakes up in the cold, in the snow, in a place where she doesn't think she should be, doesn't want to be, is surrounded by these men. And
Which man was it? Was it her boyfriend?
it was her boyfriends.
Okay.
Her not boyfriends. Her boyfriends, not boyfriends. Is it says that as I slipped to my feet, I looked around. Suddenly, I wished I were fucking dead. Who cared if I was a virgin? Abstinence was cool. It's like, why throw that in there?
Had she brought it up before?
I don't...
If she hadn't brought it before, that's why. It was.
It's briefly
It
mentioned.
was just disclosure.
It's just...
Her characters complain about being virgins a lot. A lot.
I crossed my fingers behind my back and prayed he wouldn't say the afterworld because I was not psychologically prepared to be dead. Sure, my life sucked, but you know what also sucked? Dying when you're still a virgin. That was just embarrassing.
Does that come up a lot in women's minds?
Dying a virgin?
Yeah. Because I remember whenever I was a teenager, trying actively to get laid, like that was my number one priority above all other things.
There's a certain point.
But whenever like, and I was nearly killed many times growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And never once did it flash into my mind, oh my God, I'm going to die a virgin. Usually it was like, oh my God, am I going to die?
Your priorities are a little bit better.
Die? Am I going to die? Am I going to bleed out right here? Is this what's going to happen?
Is this the end for me?
It doesn't occur to me, oh wait, I hadn't gotten laid yet. My only regret. I was just wondering if that goes through your guys' head, or that's just
I mean, I kind of remember. I kind of remember back in high school, before I had like officially had sex or whatever, thinking that I was tired of being labeled as a virgin. Like it was something I would have gladly wanted to get rid of.
I get that too. Because I remember it being like a situation where
Or people like kind of like look down on you and stuff.
maybe on guys more than girls.
Well, yeah, that's super true.
But yeah, I was trying to. It was almost like a rite of passage that I felt like I had to achieve before I could move forward with anything else.
Right. So I could see as, because at this point she's she's 20, and you could be like, God, the one thing that's supposed to be nice, and I don't get to do it, and now I'm fucking dead. I could see that.
Cookies are nice.
I don't think she's ever had a cookie
Ice
either.
cream's nice.
I mean, she probably has eaten snow.
Okay. I'm just saying, there's plenty of awesome things in the world other than that.
Yeah, but sex is so hyped. It's
Maybe
so hyped.
Maybe it was just her age. She was young.
It comes up quite a
She's
bit.
kind of late for, that kind of relationship for a 20-year-old.
Yeah. Something I thought was very funny throughout this whole first part of the book was her talking about infesting Dick's Tavern with rats or mice.
Infesting Dick with rats.
Well,
Dick had rats.
Dick had rats. And that she was like feeding them So they would.
She wasn't getting laid. She was hanging out with rats all
Just
fucking
hanging out
day.
with the mice.
Nobody wants to screw the rat chick.
But she wasn't getting laid because he had such a tight leash on her. She's not allowed to go anywhere. And I don't fuck about
So
it.
she went the rat screwed.
It cracked me up because she's laying in the snow. She's trying to like look not afraid. So she says that she like.
Has anybody commented about our audio yet?
No one has.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you again.
I don't think you are sorry. I don't know where my mouse went. But it just made me laugh out loud that she talks about being the mice's mom.
The mouse mom.
The mouse mom. Madison did comment. She said, Dad should write a book with lots of world building.
It would go over like a brick through a stained glass window. Well, we don't want to see that shit.
You never know.
They don't. But you know, can I bring up, where's the book that I destroyed?
It was in your chair.
Uh,
So it's wherever you put it.
we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about the book that I destroyed later.
Okay.
I have a little bit of remorse for it.
Anyway. I just thought it was funny because she's like, I hope they'll be okay without me. They're going to miss their mama.
No, they're not. They're not.
I'm like, nah, they aren't.
What's our next tab?
I don't know why I tabbed that. I'm skipping over it.
All right.
So, the guy comes out and he's like, wait, alphas, don't hurt her, don't hurt her. Zayd, I think is his
Okay.
name.
All right.
Zayd or Zach. Zed.
Oh, the beta.
Zed,
Yeah.
yes. The servant.
He's a beta.
No,
he's not a beta.
He's like
an
a,
army.
yeah.
What do they call him? He's just a shifter.
Yeah, he's just
A regular old standard run of the mill.
like a knoll.
Yeah.
He-
Knoll. He's like a. He's the what do they call this thing?
My head immediately went to like a Harry Potter reference. A squib.
Squib.
Is that what is it?
It's like a normie.
It's what they called.
Muggle.
It's what they called. Not a muggle. It's what they called people born from wizarding parents who had no magic.
Oh.
Squibs. That's what Finch was.
So yeah, he's just a normie. He's just a normie servant. He just works there.
Yeah. She's talking about. She's talking about trying to like, how can I get away from them? These guys are absolutely enormous. They're assholes. Da 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 da. And then he like runs out. Alphas is urgent. And then she goes, Alphas. It made sense. Like, bitch, like you didn't know. You're in a fortress. You know you're in a fortress. You know you're at some fucking kind of war camp thing. And all of us, it didn't fucking occur to you that these huge ass motherfuckers were alphas? When you had been talking about earlier in the book that the alphas were like these big powerful people.
Well, the bigger question is why does the squib in the know and the alphas aren't?
Because the squib works,
They weren't briefed.
no.
Yeah, horseshit.
They hadn't been briefed yet.
Horseshit.
But that begs the question as to who the fuck is the guy who tested her blood? Because it couldn't have been the organization, because then they would have been briefed. So it's like they weren't briefed until afterwards.
Dropped on someone's doorstep again.
Unwanted, all the
Story of her
same.
life.
To be tortured in another manner. I did feel for Zed, because he was like just trying to do his job, and he was trying to help her out. But he was still worried about like Cobra killing him. He was like,
Cobra wasn't ever gonna kill him.
he was worried about it. He seemed like it was gonna happen.
Nah. His character's critical.
That's true. At least, yeah.
I like how they act like in these books that these non-alpha characters, even the betas, it's like if you're not an alpha, you're not shit. You might as well be neutered. Like nobody's ever gonna strike up a relationship with somebody who's not an alpha in these books.
That is not true. It's just that these books focus on, but it has inter-status relationships all the time.
With alphas and people who aren't alphas or betas.
Yeah. If you read Baby Howler, which is that one that I have signed in the cabinet.
Book.
In this book, no, everyone.
Yeah, the alphas, they act like, well, they don't even freaking talk to the what they call them is just regular shifters.
It starts with an N.
They're called shifters.
Yeah, I don't.
They're just regular shifters. They don't even talk to regular shifters. They'll fuck a beta.
Yeah.
But they're not trying to be in a relationship with anybody who's not alpha.
But they're not.
They even have homosexual relationships with each other. But they don't have anybody who isn't an alpha might as well be a pocket pussy to them.
I feel like that's how it is in a lot of these books.
They definitely don't have respect for them.
But in any kind of smut novel, regardless of alpha betas or just regular, usually that's how they are. Everyone's a pocket pussy.
Usually, in these smut books, if you're not the main character and you're not their love interest and you're a man, then you're deplorable. Usually the only other men that are introduced in these books are somebody that their new angry boyfriend can abuse in front of them and make them feel good for themselves.
My camera is falling.
There's never like a kindly shopkeep that offers sage-like advice. Thanks. Kindly
I'll come back.
shopkeep. I'll see you next week. It's always like, hey, can I get a loaf of bread? Fuck you, stupid whore. Get him, male lead. Yeah, that's always what these books are.
I was getting the impression that you enjoyed reading this book.
I did.
But I don't. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you kind of hated it.
No.
You just like the stereotypes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of stereotypes. I'd like to see some stuff in this book where they meet a guy that's just a dude, meet a chick that's just a chick, have interactions with them, talk to them, their key points in the plot. They're just their friend, just a kind person that helps them out.
I feel like that's what Zed is.
And here's another one.
That's it.
That's it, yeah. But I get it. I mean, they've only got 300 or so pages to crank out this smut, and they have to get the point. But not even in passing. Not even in passing does she ever like. And I stopped at the towel guy, and he had a smile as always just so friendly. The towel guy, and always if the towel guy ever is friendly, it's always punishable by the male lead.
Yeah.
The male lead's never just like, hey man, what's up? They've been buddies for a while.
Yeah.
We've been giving him towels for the last 5 years. Seems like a cool guy. Every once in a while they go have a drink together. This is my buddy the towel guy. He's going to give you a towel. Oh, thanks, towel guy. Towel guy's a really good guy. We should hang out with him sometime, with him and his wife. Okay. Find out later on, towel guy was a spy the entire time.
I've read the books that I think have the most interactions like that are the Mafia books. Because they do rely heavily on side characters to kind of like pull the story along. Because that's what kind of feeds information to the main characters.
Ish. Yeah. Okay.
Ish.
Let's move on. I'm sorry. I'm tired of bitching about that topic. I've given it about 20 minutes of my time at least.
Okay.
Sorry. It's like you keep bringing up the, what do you think about this? I'm like, okay, well, here's what I think about that.
The Numb. her power,
So
I would
her
say.
numb bears a striking resemblance to Hercules' snake in the Blood of Hercules books.
You know, I
Striking
didn't
resemblance.
even make that connection. I didn't even make that connection, but you're right.
Kill.
And I feel like the snake was a lot more kill everything all the time in Bonds of Hercules than Blood of Hercules. Oops, shit. Because in Blood of Hercules, it was like, just survive. Ow, fuck, that hurt.
Survive and get laid.
Well,
It's always survive and get laid. But yeah, it's like it's almost like you know how she picks up the snake's shadow
yes.
in the
Yes.
partial beginning of this book. I think that the snake in Blood of Hercules was just an amalgamation of her little shadow snake and the gnome. Don't get me wrong, I liked the gnome. I liked it. I'd like to see what it is exactly. Maybe they explain it a little more in the next book. I haven't read it yet. They do? Okay. But yeah, I like the gnome. I'd like to see, what was the book? Phantasma.
Uh-huh.
Where she had that voice in her head all the time talking to her. She had a demon in her mind talking to her all the time, feeding her bullshit information.
I don't really remember what ever came of that, to be
Is
honest.
that some kind of a personification of female neuroses?
You don't have a voice that talks to you in your head?
Telling me I'm a piece of shit, I'm gonna fail all the time, telling me to kill people all the time. No, I don't have a voice that talks to me in my head. The voice in my head's mine.
It's crazy to me.
Well,
My self-deprecation.
the opposite is true. I don't know.
The self-deprecation of my fucking inner voice is absolutely crazy.
You get a different narrator then.
My narrator is unreliable.
Well, maybe that's what that is. Just women have a voice in their head all the time. That, I don't know. People could comment. That would help. But maybe women just have a voice in their head telling them what a sack of shit they are all the time, and so they actually give it substance in these books. They give it it's an actual person, somebody that's not just them
Yeah.
hurting them. It's something that
It's an outside force.
outside force that they don't deserve, not just their own neurotic behavior.
It's
What brought that up anyway? What were we talking about?
the numb.
Oh, the numb, yeah.
How she can, like, it has to recharge. It makes her unable to feel pain to a certain extent. And it, like,
To almost any extent.
yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
And it makes her a warrior,
It's a superpower.
ultimately.
It's
Yeah.
a superpower. I dig it. I like it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool concept. I did like that.
Her, like, in that gym training room, because they're trying to get her to shift, and she's just, like, taking hit after hit after hit after hit. But,
Like that gauntlet they had at the beginning of.
yeah. I mean, you know what? Not to talk smack, but, like, I don't blame her that she had enough success.
She upcycled Psycho Shifters is what she did.
She did. And you know what? I enjoyed both Psycho Shifters and I enjoyed Blood of Hercules. And for different reasons. I'm still, and like I had told you before,
What happened to that chocolate that's down here? The pomegranates. They're gone.
I think there's some left.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
There's like one or two.
Yeah, go ahead.
That I related, the way that she wrote her female main character was really relatable to me. Because
Yeah, they're fun to read.
they're fun to read.
You can't
And
crap on them. They're fun to read. If it's fun to read, I'm willing to put up with a
It's
lot
funny.
of shit. If it's fun, yeah,
her
if it's funny,
comments-
it's fun to read.
her comments that
Yeah.
she says, and sometimes accidentally says out loud,
Mhm.
I'm like, I would have said and done the exact same thing. This is funny.
I
This
think
is
it's funny whenever she's like doing internal monologue, and then suddenly somebody responds to her.
I know, she's like, oh shit.
Oh, well, crap, I put that out loud. That's fine.
That's like one of my favorite things, just because I think it's hilarious. Bark, bark, bark.
That's something I liked about Fourth Wing. Because she would do that internal dialogue.
And then...
Our dragon would chime in.
She's like, shut up! And she hadn't said anything out loud. He just happens to be connected to her mentally.
Yeah, all the time. She just like forgets that she's got like an audience to every thought she has all the time.
Yeah, not only her dragon, but another one too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Numb. I liked it.
I thought it was fun. It explained a lot.
What do you mean?
It explained a lot. It explained like why she could take years of beatings.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. It was there to explain why she could do what she could do.
Why she was able to like...
Explain how she can like go from being a non-warrior to stepping right into a fighting situation and be able to survive it.
Yeah.
It explained a lot. It was cool. It was. I mean, was it? If she hadn't put her in those situations, the Numb wouldn't have been necessary. But I can appreciate that she at least had something there to kind of explain away why she was doing the things she was doing. And it comes in handy a lot. It is literally a superpower.
Yeah, it is. That she couldn't just use whenever she wanted. It did have to take time to like rebuild up the power, and so she could use it again. But
she actually, like, once she fired it up,
she could maintain it for a while.
Maintain it for a long time.
Yeah.
But once it was gone, it was gone. It didn't matter if she like fired it up for 5 minutes, it's gone.
Yeah.
So she tried to
one and done kind of thing. Yeah. The thing that kind of confused me, and I did eventually get an answer later on, was they talked about how fast healing alphas were.
Yeah.
And yeah, they could like quickly mend bruises and, you know, broken bones, mend within overnight. And I'm like, then why the fuck did she end up with so many scars? Yeah. And I don't...
Oh, it was because you don't develop your alpha powers until later in life, right?
Right. Yeah. And I hadn't realized that when I made this tab, because I was like, wait a second. They fucking said... No, and it even touches on...
She may not have even developed any new scars after she became of age.
Right, and that's...
All her scars were when she was a child.
Right. And that's something that is actually said later in the book by another character after they've seen her scars.
You get all these scars, you're not supposed to be able to get scars.
No, they were like... They saw her scars, and I probably have it tabbed. It's way later in the book. And said for her to have all those scars, this had to happen when she was a child. Mm-hmm. So, and that's when I was like, oh shit, that clicks. That makes sense. I totally get it.
That sounds like something she's like, oh, you know what we need.
This touches on what we were just... I just want to read this out loud, because this is what we were touching on before. And she goes... They're like, who trained you? Who trained you? She says, no one. And then she thinks to herself, don't worry, there's just a numb sensation in my brain that takes over my body and makes me into a homicidal killing machine. But in the aftermath, I'm overwhelmed by all of my own emotions, like a sissy. Also, go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself, little girl. Yeah. Lean forward. Oops. I must have said that last part aloud. Yeah. It makes me laugh every time. I'm just like, just a little bit of comedy sprinkled in. They're like, who trained you? Well, fucking nobody.
It's funny to me that these characters, and this is something that is like true to life. It seems like it would be anyway. Mm-hmm. These characters could hate somebody so much and just not like them or want to be around them or anything, but still want to fuck them.
That's so true.
And it's like, dude, you were such a sack of shit, but I would still...
But still really out.
That Cobra guy. Yeah, that's something I liked about that Cobra guy. Was that, he was kind of an asshole. But you know what she did that made it okay for him to be a prick? backstory. He had
There was a
backstory.
lot of backstory for
He had a
Cobra.
reason for being the way he was. I mean, was it in depth? No, but was it there? Yes. And so you could just like, okay, well, he's kind of a prick because he's untrusting of people because of his backstory that he absolutely had.
Yes.
So you kind of forgive him for some of the crap that he does. And is it just like one of those things where they don't offer you any backstory on these horrible people because they don't want you to forgive them for the crap they're doing? Is that what it is?
Could be.
So you can just turn a blind eye to the horrible life that somebody's had just so that you can be mad at them for what they're doing now?
I'm mad at you.
'Cause that doesn't seem right.
This was another part that made me laugh. My name is Sadie. 2 days ago, I was living in a less than ideal circumstances, but just because I haven't lived with luxuries doesn't mean I'm going to roll over and play bitch. You're all big bad alphas. Well, kudos to you. The fact that I don't have a dick doesn't mean I'm any less likely to slit your throats if you treat me like shit. I can learn to piss standing up too, fuckers.
When did that come up? When does this shit come up?
So they're like kind of drilling her when they're eating.
Yeah, but what does it have to do with them having a dick?
So
Why does it have anything to do with them having a dick or being guys? They had.
it's the mentality of you're living in a man's world.
They never displayed that. They never displayed that.
They never went. They were like
because they were alphas. They weren't acting that way because they were men.
They acted that way because she was a female, and yeah, I know.
Because she was weak.
They acted that. No, fucking Jack says that he didn't believe that she was a shifter or an alpha because she was female. He says that later in the book.
Because there weren't any.
That's what I'm saying. So they don't
weren't
believe
any.
her.
It wasn't
Because at that point they had shifted.
It was because usually females don't have dicks. If you told me a chick had a
What?
dick. If you told me this is a girl. She's not a hermaphrodite. She's a girl, but she has a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see it.
She's not talking about having a dick. She's talking about peeing standing up.
What I'm saying is that it wasn't because she was a girl and they didn't think she was good enough to be an alpha. It was because they'd never fucking seen one before. It had nothing to do with them being dudes. And when she showed up, she sucked real bad. She was weak and tiny.
Still weak and
It
tiny.
had nothing to do with
She
them
never
being-
stopped seeing weak and tiny.
It had nothing to do with them being misogynistic. It had everything to do with their freaking world they were living in. The genetics and alphas and omegas and shifters. They didn't believe she was an alpha.
Just-
because she
they
was a
don't-
tiny little female
But
and
they
they'd
don't
never
believe
seen
it.
one before.
But they don't believe anything she says. She like here it says, "I let my hatred show on my face. I hate the fake queen and shifters equally. Why would I take sides?" They just don't fucking believe her because she isn't willing to be like, my tragic backstory. Like she
What?
doesn't fucking tell them about her scars and shit.
Then why should they? Why should they? Just met her.
They believed each other. It's only because she's female.
Horse shit.
Horse shit. What are you talking about?
Which chapter did they discuss their first interactions with each other?
I'm on page 58.
Which chapter did they talk about their first reactions to each other? First of all, when they all met each other, they all had already manifested their powers.
That's true, and she hadn't yet.
They were
Okay.
like, okay, I'm a 7-foot tall bear shifter dude. I don't have to prove to anybody shit.
Well, and he's outrageously huge, yeah.
They all are. They can all shift. They all show signs of being what they say they are. She shows up, female,
Mm-hmm.
showing no signs of being what she says she is. They're like, I don't know, fucking show me. Let me see it.
Yeah, prove it.
Prove it. Why are they being crapped on for that? That's not misogynistic behavior. Logic.
I'm just saying that the way that she responds to it in her comments, I'm like, that tracks. That's a normal female response.
Irrational.
Okay, Here's this for irrational. I sat down on the cold, hard floor, slumped my back against the door, clutching the knife I had swiped from the carving station at dinner. If anyone tried to open my door, I would immediately feel it.
Okay.
So, up to that point, she's in this hostile environment, or not, whatever, however you want to claim it. But her first instinct is that she's going to, one, have to avoid her. She knows she can't sleep in the bed, because if she sleeps in the bed, she'll be vulnerable. So she sleeps with her back against the door, so if anyone opens it, she knows.
She met up with that point went hostile towards her.
So you don't think that part's irrational?
Why is that irrational?
I'm just asking.
Did she get attacked?
She does immediately get attacked.
Why is that irrational?
It's
in her first rodeo. It's not the first time somebody busted in on her while she's asleep and beat the shit out of her.
That's true. Though I did hate the reasoning behind that motherfucker just, like, not liking her was because he knew dick. And it's just feeding into what you had said before, that it's just the thing. And I had seen it. I was like, so what, he's just going to go and rape her? Like, that's just what this is. That's the first thing he does.
Shows up to rape her so that everybody can see.
So that he can die.
No, not just so that he can die. It's so that everybody can see how cool and sensitive and
I think
gallant all these other shifters are.
I would beg to differ I would beg to say that it feeds into Cobra's backstory. That the whole reason that this incident even fucking happened was to show bits of Cobra, because immediately after this happens, it then switches to Cobra's point of view.
It's one of those things in these books where you got these villainous characters, these morally great characters, where a woman has to show, these female writers, or any writer, they don't have girls, they have to create a scenario where these guys are able to demonstrate their true colors, otherwise you're just going to think they're assholes.
I think everybody's an asshole.
Well, they are all assholes.
Everybody's an asshole when you're part of the team.
It's like there's a checklist of like characteristics that these villains have to have in order for them to be accepted by women as a cool villain that everybody wants to fuck, and that's one of them. Gallant.
I hate. Check mark. I hate how she is just all over Jax immediately. She goes from men are monsters. Like, I have that.
He's the uber alpha.
Yeah, he is. I have it marked in here where she says all men are monsters. Like, they're only out to get you. Like, that's her mentality, which makes sense because of what she has been through. But then Jax shows up and she's like, I just want to be cradled in his big arms.
He was reasonable and he was kind.
And that's all it takes. Are women really just so fickle?
It's not about being fickle. Everybody else, other than this little lowly dude that she'd met that can't protect her, he can't. Every other person that she'd met in this world she just moved into, excuse me, has been cruel to her. And this one guy was reasonable, kind, insanely strong, insanely large, and hot. Why wouldn't she go after him? Why wouldn't she?
I mean, I understand why she would go after him. I think the quickness of it for her, the shift in her mentality was so fast that it was so.
It was a quick scenario. It was a quick scenario. If you're tossed into a room full of snakes, and there's a dog there, and it seems to like you, who are you going to hang out with? I didn't want to make that like.
Yeah.
And it protects you from the snakes. Who are you going to hang out with? Who are you going to like? Who are you going to show your affection towards? Probably the dog.
Sorry.
I think you're beautiful. What's our next step?
It wasn't his bloody face that broke me. It was the girl's sightless eyes and empty expression, the mules that bled from her cracked voice that dragged me into the swirling abyss of darkness.
Who's that?
This is Cobra describing what he sees when he enters the room after Sadie has cut that guy's tongue out.
Okay.
And for me, it was like, so pain recognizes pain, right? Like, that's how I kind of took this quote.
Yeah.
But then nothing changes. Like, he can see from there that obviously she's going through some shit.
Yeah.
And he still just wants to just throttle her through the rest of this book.
No, not really.
You don't think so?
No, his attitude towards her changes. It does. No, just because I like you doesn't mean I'm not an asshole anymore. He's not going to stop being an asshole. He's going to change his whole personality. Hopefully he wouldn't. I think it's admirable quality that he's consistent with everybody he's in contact with. Would you rather him be nice to some people and shitty to others?
I feel like most people are that way.
Well, all I'm saying is that it's kind of par for the course for him. It's like he's not going to switch up his persona just because he thinks that she might have a spark of promise to her. He's not going to stop being a prick. Plus, she's trying to get with his boyfriend.
How did you feel about that?
What do you mean?
About the male on
gayness.
the gayness. My fictional gay and morally gray men that were so in abundant in this book. I was just curious. Do you think it made sense for there to be, for the alphas
I
to?
think that these books are usually loaded with it, and if I'm repulsed by it, then I need to not read it.
If you don't like something, scroll away, kind of thing.
Yeah, if I'm not willing to accept it, I mean, it was like, if you think about it realistically,
Mm-hmm.
these guys are like the only people they're ever really in contact with that are actual peers that are on their level are dudes. I'm not saying that you need to go gay just because you're around a bunch of dudes all the time. But I'm just saying, I mean, is it reasonable? Yes. Well, who cares? Who cares? I like what they did here, and they also, the first time I was ever exposed to that type of mentality that somebody could be a bruiser and also be homosexual,
Mm-hmm.
was when I watched the series Spartacus. Because there were guys on the show Spartacus that were trained killers, and they were good at their job.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a boyfriend. They came back and got in fights with their boyfriend over other dudes, and
That's such a Greek and Roman thing, though, to be.
yeah, she likes that shit. She probably saw Spartacus before she ever wrote these books.
Yeah.
But it kind of breaks the people's conception that somebody has to be effeminate to be homosexual.
I liked that, but I feel like she still made Cobra pretty feminine because he's so pretty.
He's pretty.
He's so pretty.
But he's not homosexual. Neither one of them are. They're both bisexual.
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't even sound like Jax is bisexual per se. It's just he really likes Cobra. It's like Cobra was his exception.
If you're a dude and you fuck other dudes, you're bisexual. You don't just go, he's the one exception.
Anyway.
That's not the case.
It wasn't the case for Cobra. But I think for Jax it could be. I hated Asher's fucking shifted form.
You didn't like his goat head?
I thought it was stupid. I thought that
Why?
it's just,
Why?
he's literally like, yeah, you know what I bet he looked exactly like? The photo, I wish I could just like pull it up and have it on the screen, from when we went to that Goatman festival in Public. Like, that's exactly what he was.
Baphomet?
Yeah. That's what he is.
Yeah, he's Baphomet.
He's just a demon.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out later that he's actually just a demon.
Might be.
I don't think he's a shifter. I think he's just a demon. Because he has horns all the time.
It might come, I don't know. just speculating here, it might come out that all these people are from different races of beast. They're all different races. Because Jax actually turns into a bear.
Yeah, he's like an actual shifter, full shifter.
Dire bear. And she actually becomes a dire tiger.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that guy's name? Asher? How was it pronounced? He doesn't.
No, and neither does Cobra.
He has a half-man form, and Cobra doesn't even switch.
No.
He doesn't change at all. He doesn't get bigger, he doesn't get stronger, he just harnesses some other kind of power that he has. He's not a shifter.
Mm-mm.
So it might just be that these people are just different races, and they're just calling them alphas, when they're just alphas of different races.
That's an interesting concept. I hadn't considered that.
It might be that.
But it might make sense. It would make sense.
It might be that Sadie is drawn to Jack's character because
they're both Irish.
The same race.
Yeah.
Anyway,
moving on. She shifts. Let's see. Finding a lot of my tabs are irrelevant. He winked over one of his slit pupils. It was creepy as hell.
How far into this are we gonna get tonight?
I don't know.
How long have we been at it?
An hour and 18 minutes. So let's just do.
We haven't really covered a bunch of ground at all. They're showing up at the place.
But I mean, they don't really have.
No ground was covered. It was kind of like she's kind of just like settling into Hogwarts. This is like the Philosopher's Stone of the Psycho Shifters.
Psycho Shifters. It pops in my head every time you say it. Every time I say it.
It's really weird that it's like she spent all that time kind of becoming acclimated to this environment, and in the end.
It's like she's trying to become acclimated to this environment. She's trying to not show her naked body to these men because she doesn't want them to see her scars. She's still dealing with, it's like...
I think the weirdest thing about it is that none of the plot progression has anything to do with her. In this book.
That is so true. It really doesn't have anything to do with her.
She's just like kind of a bystander to it. Everything unfolds without her.
With or without her, yeah.
She was like a catalyst for all this stuff to happen, but she really has nothing to do with anything.
She was just I feel like she was just kind of the wrench thrown into this like already.
I don't think so. I think that I mean, without like going into the last part of the book, I mean, she might have been the reason why everything took place when it did.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, which all seemed like it was some kind of master plan. But other than that, she really didn't play a critical role in this book at all. She was just experiencing it.
She was just experiencing it. That's a good way to put it. Which is why it's like, it feels like a lot happens because you're hearing everything from her point of view. And for her, it's just like new thing after new thing.
She's more a narrator.
Yeah.
To the story. Which is kind of lame. It is kind of lame.
And it wasn't until, so here we are, this is chapter 8, I think. When she finally shifts, they bring down that creature. Mm-hmm. And this is when Jax finally is like acting different around her. Immediately. He has immediately shifted. Like, he's always been protective. And Copperhead says he's always been protective. But he is like, she's forcing her to go get checked out by the doctor. He wants to continue to touch her.
He was kind of like that. He didn't really want her to be in harm's way from the beginning of that fight. He's like, you hang back, don't fight. Just hide behind a tree or something and don't go engage. Whereas Cobra, on the other hand, was like, all right, okay.
It's like, she proved herself. She's an alpha. Yeah. She can shift.
Yeah. She can shift. She can fight. And did he stop being a prick? No.
No.
But she got attention.
She did, and it's like,
and it wasn't like malice either. He's like, oh, okay, all right. I think that was just something that he respects his character, and the she brought up the book that he respects powerful beings, people who can fight, people who can show dominance. That's why he's the.
it's just he gets so close to her so quick. Stay here until the doctor clears you. Jack leaned forward at the hip and put his massive hands on the wall beside my head. Warmth radiated off of him like a furnace, and his lush lips were inches away from mine. So, he's got her boxed in, and it isn't until... Where is it? His braids fall. It's like something pulls him away. Like he's up close in her space. And then all of a sudden, I'll be waiting for you in our room, he whispered in my ear, his ridiculously deep voice making my core clench.
Her core.
Her core.
It made my twat twitch.
It made my core twitch.
Maybe the fact he's got a boyfriend?
He's all up in her fucking business.
She's giving off pheromones.
Is that what it is? Women just give off pheromones and all of a sudden you feel like you need to be in their space? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
No,
I don't believe you.
Biology. Look it up.
I mean, I believe you, but I also don't believe you.
You don't want to believe me.
You're right.
But it's the truth.
That it can all just be like
sometimes
bundled down to pheromones.
You're attracted to people who you wouldn't even normally be attracted to, and you don't even understand why. It's because they're getting on pheromones. That's why people sell cologne and perfume that has pheromones in it, so people will be attracted to them when they normally wouldn't be. It's just biology, and that's all it was, I think. Plus, she's giving off the pheromones he likes to sniff.
Dire animals.
Yeah.
But I think, she wouldn't. I don't think she would have become close to Aaron if she hadn't gone to the med bay, because that's when they do officially meet.
Do what?
Aaron, her best friend, the blue-haired boy.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. He's like, "Oh, get away from me! You gotta go meet another key character."
Yeah, but she wasn't like, "Get away from me." Jax pulled himself away from her, and then Asher was like, "We have to debrief," and that's what finally got them all three to leave her in the medical wing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
they're animals acting like animals. So you think they're gonna have some kind of weird or your favorite 6-way orgy together if they don't have an animal trashing each other? They're not willing to act like animals?
I'm going to stop at chapter 10, because that's 126 pages. But I guess you're right. I guess I didn't consider the whole animal aspect of it all, because it's hard for me to imagine it, because it's fantasy, yeah.
Sorry, I don't give off pheromones like that. If I smelled like cinnamon and vanilla and tobacco.
Sometimes you do.
Warm dirt. Shit like that. Sometimes you do. And that's when I want to get some yuck.
Yuck. It's the, what is it? Oil?
That stuff I put in my beard.
No, I'm talking about like when you're working on the car.
Oh, yeah. Dirt. You smell like a mansion tonight.
You smell like a man.
So you smell like a perfumed turd.
That's not true.
But today you actually smell like a man.
Smell like a man. Manly man.
Come get what you deserve. You're stinking like a dude.
It sounds like I'm gonna whip you. Jesus.
You gotta show them do we need to talk about the bookmark that I made? Before we get cut off here.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah, before you show it to them, I want to show them where I got it.
Okay, you show them where they got it.
The back.
So, we've been working on, obviously, his new products. He made this shirt today. It's a sucker for a sprayed edge. Love it. Love this shirt. And,
I might not be able to find it.
baby, it was in the chair.
Yeah, it was right there. Probably may have a
I'm sure you put it on a desk or put it somewhere close.
Yeah. It sucks.
I cannot help you with that one because I was not the one who
Anyway,
moved
I
it.
was working on this bookmark and I was
I
trying
accidentally
to
took it out.
get like a graphic on it that had like a torn book cover. Oh, there it is.
He found it.
I found it.
I found it.
Anyway, I was trying to come up with a graphic on it that looked like a torn book cover, so I was on Pinterest, of course, trying to find like clip art that was torn book covers and stuff like that, and everything I found was like really low quality.
Yeah.
It didn't really have the texture I was looking for, and I even like settled for a graphic and put it on a bookmark, and we printed them out and it looked good, but I really wanted something with like a leather bound type texture that was red, that had the tears on it, shadowing I wanted. So we went to Half Price Books the other day, and this part I actually feel pretty bad about.
Not an ad, just love the store.
Huh?
I said not an ad, just love the store.
Yeah, totally. But I picked up this book because it had the cover I wanted, it had the color I wanted. Damn. Let me get a drink quickly. And I bought this book. I paid like $8 for it.
Yeah.
But I bought it for the strict purpose of tearing the cover on it. This is the first time I've ever done something like that. And I felt bad when I was doing it. I was like, I don't like tearing books.
I don't want to tear it off.
Like, I would have a hard time tearing up like an encyclopedia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you don't tear up books, you know. But I took this thing home, and on the way home I was like kind of reading it, looking into it, and ripped the cover on it. Let's see, here's my book. But come to find out, this is a really good book by a really good author. It's the same author that wrote, if anybody watches Outlander, she wrote that series. But this is another series of books that she wrote. It's kind of a similar concept. But I took the book and I ripped it. And the cool thing about this book was that the pages were weathered in it. It's kind of an older book. So when I ripped the page back, it had like another page behind it that was also this exact same texture and exact same color that I wanted for this. I just took a picture of it. I'm going to tape it. I'm going to tape it back because I'd like to read this book. It's really kind of, the writing in it is amazing. This woman, and I assumed because of some of the language that she used and some of the descriptions she had and some of the encounters and the dialogue that were in this book, I assumed that she was British. Because usually you don't get really good writing out of somebody. This is a concept that came to Jessica in her sleep. I was talking to her about what different like clever quotes and stuff we could put on these bookmarks. And I said something along the lines of like slow burn, right? And she goes, "Fuck slow burn." It's a strong bookmark. It's got cool graphics. This is the picture I took of this book that for fuck slow burn. And that's my new bookmark. And then I showed it to her, and I showed it to her like 2 days later after I got it done. And she looks at it, she's like, ha ha ha, fuck slow burn, that's funny. I was like, remember you said that, it came out of your mouth. You're the one that wrote that.
I was asleep.
That's going to end up on the Etsy store.
Yeah.
You've already showed up all the other stuff.
No.
We're not trying to pitch this product. The reason why I want to show everybody is because I'm kind of proud of myself. It's not because I'm trying to like pitch products. It's because I'm like figuring out how to do this stuff. I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm going to show off my stupid mug. But yeah, I just learned how to do that today. You know, I just learned how to supplement books today, so I just want to show them all.
It is for sale.
Yeah, they're for sale.
You can buy them. Super for sale. But I feel like as we get into I put that in the box wrong. Shit.
Okay.
Farther into Psycho Shifters, we'll have a little bit more maybe interesting conflict to talk about. I don't know how that fucking went in there.
Okay.
Wow. I know, I didn't know what I was doing. I just
That wasn't even close. Go ahead.
wasn't even
Keep
close.
talking.
That we might have some more content. We only read to chapter 10, or covered over chapter 10 today. We read the whole book.
Is it nicer to have read the whole book so you kind of like...
I don't know, because it
kinda
makes
like
you want to
know-
skip, but it makes you want to skip ahead.
You've got your tabs.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
And if you tab something that you feel like it was important at the time, and then you find out later on that it's not, you skip that tab.
That's true. The thing is, it might have been
Detrimental?
to have read the second book before just discussing the
Because it
first
ruined the
one.
rest of your tab.
Because I'm like, I know the answer to this fucking question now.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Too late. Already done.
Yeah,
Already done did it.
It might be a situation where, you know what, you got 50 tabs in there that you want to cover, and you've read the second book, and you realize that the tab that you marked was kind of bullshit. And
Yeah.
So maybe instead of putting tabs on things so you can speculate as to what's going to happen, put tabs on there to comment on what did happen. And how you
Maybe.
felt, and what you felt about it.
It's still a learning curve for us when we're going over this,
Just put you tab on there because you like the quote.
which is a lot.
Put a
It
tab
happens
on
a
there
lot.
because this part makes you fall asleep. You know,
Put a
whatever.
tab on there because it made me laugh out loud.
Yeah, because you lol.
I do.
The second book made her lol a lot.
It definitely did.
Looking forward to reading it because she laughed out loud a lot and she snaps a lot. She
Like,
snaps
yes.
like a book and hearer. She's in some kind of a beatnik poetry reading, and the book says something she likes. She's sitting there snapping. Yes, queen.
Yes. I do that so much.
And then
Where-
she does it all through the book. She's there snapping, loving her book, laughing her ass off. And I'm gonna stop doing this. I'll ask her what made
Yeah,
her
what
snap
did
like
it-
that, or what got that reaction out of her, and she tells me, I'm like, all right, baby, you do you.
Don't judge me. And like the book I'm currently listening to, you've caught me a couple times snapping at it and saying shit to it.
Yeah, she talks through her book. She talks through her books. I don't know if anybody wants to comment and let me know if you talk to your books too. Like I'll have mental notes that I'm like, oh wow, that was cool. Oh, sometimes I can say that out loud. Oh wow, that was interesting. That was cool. But I'm never like. I'm not saying
Like,
your
what the
reaction's
fuck
bad
are you doing?
I'm never like, yes.
I do that all the
So
time.
glad that happened. Yes. I'm never like that. I was like, oh yeah. That was cool.
It's just my crazy coming out.
I just don't get into the book with you. And that's the weird thing about it is I do enjoy a lot of these books. I enjoyed it. It doesn't sound like I enjoyed
It
this book.
sounds like you hated this
Sounds
one.
like I hated it. But it's like you brought up a lot of things, a lot of topics, and you asked me about things, and we talked about things that were just part of books that I don't particularly care for.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the book. You know, there were parts of The Shining when I watched the movie that I was just like, man.
I can't
Goes on
imagine.
forever.
I can't imagine after reading The Shining finally as an adult. I cannot imagine watching the movie. I'm not a movie
Stephen King
person.
books are all like that.
I'm not a movie person anyway, but
Because they have to, Stephen King, man. They really have to edit for content whenever they put something like that. Because everything that he writes would be rated X if they didn't edit it for content.
that's true.
Because he is horrible at that. He's horrible at torturing his characters. And he's horrible about torturing his characters for years. He really loves to do that.
Like, it's the long-term psychological...
Yeah, he wants to make sure that you understand that this person was put through misery for a long time. So I don't read Stephen King. I was like, somebody being miserable for years at a time? I read books to get away from the world.
That sounds a lot like what I'm doing now.
I feel better about my life because somebody else got hobbled. Actually, remember, did you ever read Misery?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
That was another thing they had to change for the movie because it was just too graphic.
In the movie it was a sledgehammer.
She hobbled even in the movie.
But in the book wasn't a chainsaw? Or an axe?
An axe. She just straight up cut his foot off.
Yeah.
So he couldn't get away. Yeah. He likes to torture his characters, and that's why I don't like Stephen King. I'm not into torture porn. That's why I didn't watch Hostel. So I didn't like Saw. So I don't watch any of that crap because I just don't.
Not into it.
I don't enjoy it. Why would you enjoy that? That's what I don't get about that. I don't understand why people.
Some people do.
Some people do. I'm not judging anybody, but I do not.
We are not here to yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah, exactly.
But so Thursday we will go over, I don't know, some more chapters. We'll find a good stopping point. We might finish it. We might not, depending on how far we get into it.
In between now and then, I might read the next book. And then, are we going to?
It's a busy book week for us.
Are we going to take a break from Psycho Shifters to do a Quicksilver thing? Maybe a Rachel over? Are we ever going to do that? It's just too much of a book.
I would like.
It's too much of a book to just do casually. That's why we keep pushing it off.
It is too much of a book to do casually, and that is kind of what started this book journey for us. And getting more in depth of these books is because of my visceral reaction to just glossing over Quicksilver. I had so much I want to talk about, and then it just didn't work out. And I feel like if we get into Quicksilver, I want to get into Quicksilver. I might even reread the book again. That would be my third time rereading it.
I feel like the deep dive we did on There Are No Saints is a waste of our time.
Well, we did that because we were doing it for book group.
Yeah, but it was a waste of our time. I'm not crapping on the author. I'm not crapping on the story. It was entertaining, whatever. It didn't merit a deep dive. It wasn't that deep. It wasn't deep enough to dive into. We dove into that book and we hit the bottom, bumped our heads.
You're right.
So
we can.
But I feel like.
I mean, Psycho Shifters isn't super deep either. It's just enjoyable.
Phantasma merited a deep dive. If I could bring myself, if I could bring myself to read Alchemized, we could do a deep dive on that. But I just don't. I think that.
I think that's just not gonna happen.
Not in the mental capacity to read Alchemized.
Alchemized don't do me
like
dirty.
laying in a red bathtub with the book Alchemized, laying next to me in the tub.
The paramedics come in. We're not surprised.
Oh, you read Alchemized? It's the third time this week.
Ooh, it's so tragic. It's okay. Can we do a deep dive on Quicksilver and really get into the spilling the deep tea of it? Absolutely. I would like to do it. But if we do it, I want to do it properly. I want to have the time to go through the book, make my tabs, and really get into.
Alchemized?
No, Quicksilver.
Quicksilver, okay.
Yeah, no. I'm not doing.
You were talking, and I was concentrating on holding on a burp. That one burp in the night.
There's so many things I'm gonna have to edit out of this fucking thing. It's fine.
Like a bunch of dead air.
Dead air, coughing. At one point the video cut out, so I'm gonna have to stitch it. So yeah, it's super fun. We have to spend quite a bit of time editing, so be prepared for that.
I'm not doing it.
No, but you'll have to watch The Boys while I do it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. It's almost worth editing so I don't watch The Boys. You know what we ought to do? We ought to ship it off to Warren and say, hey, Warren, edit this.
But I want it done now.
Oh, yeah.
He's busy.
Here, Warren, edit this next year.
He's busy. He's got his own shit going on. So
This is super true. Plus, he does all his crap for free.
Yeah.
It'd be different if he was getting paid. He's not.
Right, yeah. If he was getting paid, he'd do it. He would just, like, get it done. So if we want to dedicate the time to Quicksilver to do it, then I'm more than willing. But if we do it, I want to do it properly. It's fun to do like Psycho Shifters, and we'll do Psycho Fae, because they're enjoyable reads. They're not super deep, they're not super complex. There's a lot of stuff in it where you can be like, this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening, because you're focusing on 4 or 5 different characters.
The thing about it is like we're doing all of these deep dives on these short, shallow books because they're low-hanging fruit, and we're missing out on the opportunity to really dive deep into books that deserve it.
Well, I mean, should we deep dive on a book that maybe we haven't already read and pick a new one? Because there's that one.
That's the thing about it, is you don't really know if it's worth deep diving into until you've read it. That's the way I feel about it anyway.
I have a book in mind that I think we could consider, and
I really liked Phantasma. I thought it was fun.
it was fun. I enjoyed reading Phantasma.
It wasn't no fucking Quicksilver.
No, but there's a book that came out in December, I think, or November of last year, 2025, that I haven't read. It is on my TBR. When I heard about it, I immediately put it on there. And I think that it's, from the reviews I've seen and read, it's going to be just as big as like Quicksilver or Fourth Wing.
Nice.
So it might warrant a deep dive. So when we get off of here, we can look into it and see if we actually want to do it. Because at that point, we might consider finishing out Psycho Shifters and then moving on.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
not
going into the whole series.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's it'd be like doing a deep dive on every book in like the time I saved a demon or something like that.
Yeah.
Was it a good book? Fuck yeah, it was a good book. I love that book. It's so funny. I want to name drop that chick. What is her name? Her last name's Lemon.
I have to look it up.
But she wrote like a series of Blue Hail books.
Yeah.
Like the Meet Misadventures. They're so funny. It's just like reading a romance. It's like there's smutty smut too. She's like good at writing smut.
Kimberly Lemming.
Kimberly Lemming. She's good at writing smut. It's very diverse, but it's so cool. It's like very diverse, but it's like diverse in a way that diversity should be.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's basically like she's doing a D&D campaign with smut and interesting characters, and the characters are like they reoccur, and she writes another book about another side character, and then that character becomes the main character, and it happens a lot.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is,
it did win an award for, it was like black. It won like a Goodreads award for being like one of the best written by a black author, or one of the best written for black.
that's one of the. I don't care. I didn't care if that chick was black. I didn't care about anything having to do with any races in this book, even though there was a lot of interracial relationships in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way that she handled it. It was like, this person is one race, this person is another race. Of course, some of them were demons and shifters and shit. But this person was one race, this person was another race, and they just happened to be. They just happened to be. It didn't affect the story at all. They didn't make a big deal out of it. They didn't make a social injustice issue out of it. It was just like this chick happened to be black, and this guy happened to be an Asian demon, and they hooked up, and all of their interactions were based purely on their personalities. It didn't have anything to do with their race. Of course, she had like some little nuances that came up because her character was black and because she was raised in like a Louisiana bayou type situation.
Right.
There were cultural things that she brought up, but none of it was just like injustice. It was just like it gave her character flavor, made her interesting to read.
I just wanted to shout out the award that it did win, but I can't find it on there. When we were at HPB and saw it on the shelf, it was on the cover. So I think it won. I don't even want to say what year because I think I would be wrong. But I know for a fact that they did, that book or that series won an award, which is amazing. That's, great. I'm happy for that author. I think she deserves it.
Absolutely. She's a good writer. She's a funny writer.
Yeah.
I laughed a lot. And I never laugh out loud during these books. But I think it just like gave me like the right amount of dorkiness that I need in a book.
Yeah.
It was basically, she ran it like a D&D campaign.
Right.
And these characters that were just like characters, it was almost like they were out questing.
I mean, they kind of were.
And it was so funny and so clever, and the story wasn't super original, but it kept your attention. You want to see what happened. You want to see what happened because you like the characters. You want to see how they panned out.
Right.
It didn't matter what they were doing had been done 50 times before. You
Right.
see that they were the ones that survived it this time. They were the ones that like ended up together. It was just, you cared about the characters because they were funny and clever and kind, kind usually, and just nice people.
Yeah.
And you wanted to see them succeed.
So
I really like this book.
We'll discuss and decide, and we will definitely finish out Psycho Beasts or Psycho Shifters.
Yeah.
And then probably the next video we'll discuss if we're gonna move on to Psycho Fae or move on to a different book and what book that will be. Excuse me. Sorry. So we can go ahead and figure all of that out.
Or you can.
Or I will. I say we. I meant me. I'll briefly discuss it with you. But I appreciate everyone who's popped on and watched and
anybody who might pop on and watch it.
Yeah. Anybody
Anybody who wants to
you
get
can
the British version later.
like yeah, the edited version where all this like
Yeah.
weird shit's out of it.
If you don't want to interact with us directly, it's probably a good idea to wait till she edits the video. Because sometimes we'll just break, and then we did it today. We'll just break in the middle of the video and go deal with the dog, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk to us, which I mean, I can't imagine why anybody would talk to me about smut. But if you want to talk to us, it'd be cool to do the live. But
You can-
otherwise,
yeah.
It's probably better just to wait. till we
Like, comment,
chop it
and
up.
share the videos.
We
That
could
always
probably-
helps us out.
We could probably edit an hour's worth of live down to an hour, or 2 hours down to an hour.
That's true. So
Just by cutting out dead air, 3 or 4 seconds at a time.
this week we've got tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday we have another live for Spilling Angel Tea. Friday is our book group night for Sneaky Wink.
This is just our lives.
This is just happening.
We just live to talk about smut.
Dang, what a life. Saturday we will have another stream, and then you won't see us again until Tuesday.
At some point, I want to do like a little mini shout out to this girl that wore our shirt.
We'll script that one.
Okay.
That way we don't mess it. I will mess it up otherwise.
Okay.
So, until next time. The dog is barking.